So Principal Fortier, you obviously were a student at McGill. What has changed at McGill since you were a student when you look around campus and compare it to when you were studying here? What is the biggest difference that you notice?
This is a great question. There's 3 words that come to my mind: open, connected, and purposeful. I don't think I would have used those words when I was a student here 50 years ago. Not to the extent that I do today, where I see all that McGill is doing, connecting with various communities around the world. It's amazing, in fact, the changes in the culture of McGill that has occurred over those 50 years.
What have you been able to take away from your experience at McGill?
One thing that gives me a lot of joy, and this was true when I was a student, is just getting to McGill, to our beautiful campuses, and here in downtown Montreal, going across the rotted gates. And the reason why this is such a joy for me is that I realized, and in fact, I realized early on, first time I crossed those gates, it was intimidating, and then it quickly became exhilarating, because I realized they were not gates, they were doors. They were doors that opened a whole world for me. I was surrounded by people who were giants and pioneers in their fields. This is extraordinary. When you come from a small village in particular, it was extraordinary. And it was inspiring.
I think that was much of the same experience for me. I remember coming in, my first day, so nervous. My mom was with me and she was walking me, just like, let me take a photo of you at the gates. And I was like, no, Mom, I was so nervous.
Yes.
Now here I am 3 years down the line, about to graduate soon. And your experiences really resonate with me as well as a current student.
Yes.
So how do you feel that McGill is going to evolve in the future, in the coming 3rd century of its history?
Yes. I'm very excited about us entering a 3rd century, and I see McGill as truly a global university. And what I mean by that is a place that thinks globally and acts globally while being anchored in its own city, province, and country. But what I've seen certainly as fantastic guideposts as we live through the next several decades entering our 3rd century are the 17 Sustainability Development Goals of the UN. It's amazing how challenging those are, because when I see all that's going on around campuses, particularly with our students and all the initiatives they launch, I think they really are, I'm not hesitating to say preparing, they are ready to shape the future and really shape it into a better future. So that's exciting. To think that our community, our university will participate in what is the most important project of planet Earth. That's what we want to do in our 3rd century.
Thank you so much, Principal Fortier, again for this conversation. It was very, very enlightening, interesting, and I appreciate your time today.
Merci, c'est un grand plaisir pour moi d'avoir cette conversation avec vous, Heleena.
Merci beaucoup.
Et à la prochaine.
À la prochaine, bien sûr.